You and I both know that building sales pipeline is one of the most important things that you and your sales rep need to do right now. But oftentimes we go back to the same old processes. What if there's a more effective way, or maybe some underutilized strategies that we can take advantage of? I have five of them that you could take advantage of right now to help build more pipeline this quarter. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist Podcast. I'm your host, Donald C. Kelly, the Sales Evangelist. And I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on this episode, as I mentioned in the teaser, we're going to talk about 5 overlooked ways. These things are underutilized by many sales reps of how you can build pipeline this quarter. Yes, right now, when you're listening to this podcast, you can apply these strategies and build pipeline right now this quarter. These work. I've done them. I only share stuff with you that I know works because, listen, I do what you do on a day-to-day basis. I'm selling a B2B just like you are. If this is your first time listening to our podcast, this show is designed specifically to help sales reps just like you and sales leaders to do 2 things. 1, build pipeline, and 2, close pipeline at a faster rate. Those deals that you have sitting there, we want to give you ways so you can push those along a little bit easier. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the show. We'll go ahead and notify you every time we have a new episode like this one, as well as connect with your boy, Donald C. Kelly, on LinkedIn. Yes, Donald C. Kelly. You can follow or connect with me. I greatly appreciate that. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram as well. But let's go ahead and dive into this episode. There's 5 things that I will tell you real quick. 1, I'm list them off and I'll come back and dive into each of them. 1, customers. Your current customers by far is an easy path. 2, lost deals. Deals that were closed lost for one reason or another. 3, existing connections on LinkedIn. Secret here, I'll tell you about that. Number 4, referrals. Asking those people who are purchasing from you if they can give you, who else they can connect you with. And then number 5, your past leads. So leads that you had that for some reason or another did not pan out, didn't turn into a loss, into an opportunity, but those past leads. Let's go ahead and dive into the customer one. By far, you and I both know this already. The stats are out there that selling to a current customer is way easier, way cheaper than it is trying to sell to a brand new prospect. And the reason is because these people already know you. They already like you. You don't have to go back in and try to connect them with your value proposition. These people already understand. Let me get my words out because I'm so excited about this thing. They already understand, they already recognize, and they already believe in you and your organization. So going back to those individuals, and let me give you what happens typically. You may have sold one particular unit or product or offering to one of these customers. Now, maybe customer success is taken over at this point, but maybe they're not. And perhaps you have opportunities that you can upsell this prospect. This client, reach out to them and connect with them and just build relationship. Just talk to those individuals, see how they're doing. Look at your product offering and see if there's something else that you can offer this particular prospect. I had the situation like this recently where one of our past customers, we did a small gig with them. I reached out to them just because I wanted to, connect, and it turned out into an opportunity. There's 2 more opportunities that it turned out that we got from that. And all because I reached out to that individual and I connected with them. We already did all of the work. They already believed in our organization. They already believe in our stuff. But here's the thing that happened with your customers. These people have lives. They're doing 10,000 other things. And in your mind, you're thinking they already know that we have these other lines and all these other products, and they'll reach out to me when they're ready. But the truth is they do not know that. And they need you to be able to help them. All you got to do is just reach out, have a conversation, talk to them, and not talk to them trying to pitch, just talk to them. And if you do that, all of a sudden it leads to business opportunities, a business conversation. You can also reach out to them directly with that ask to let them know, to say, hey, obviously make sure it's relevant, right? Saw that you guys were doing blank, that you just expanded your locations. Thought you may be interested in, some website update. Not sure if you know that we offer that, or whatever your company offers, or maybe you have some kind of SaaS tool or whatnot. But the fact is, you're connecting with that prospect. You're seeing something that customer. You're seeing something that's relevant, and it makes it so much more easier. The one that I had, the deal closed in like one phone call. It was like absolutely amazing. And now again, there's pipeline built for next quarter from another deal that we're working on with them. So money in the bank looks good, right? Number 2, lost deals. We all know this is like a gold mine at times. Not all lost deals are going to work out, but let's say, for instance, if you sell a solution that they typically could re up in every year or every 2 years, go back into some of those lost deals, and even if it's not your lost deals, just ask the team, ask your leader, hey, man, some of these deals have been dead for like 2 years. Can I go back in and connect with them? Because new people in that organization, and they probably got upset or displeased with the current vendor that have in place. So if that's the case, can you go ahead and find somebody new? And the answer is, of course. I mean, can you go ahead and find a new opportunity? And the answer is, of course, yes. Now, the cool thing about it, especially if you multi-threaded, there are different individuals in that organization that you can reach out to see if you can revive that deal. You probably had a white knight or somebody that was supportive of you, but for some reason they chose to go with another vendor. Maybe now is the right time, or perhaps they're looking for bids for the next year. When I sold to government, that was one thing as well. Or every few years that they had a new vendor. If that was the case, then that may be the right time for you to reach out to them and to get that connection started, because now they're looking for more opportunities. I mean, for more vendors. And this is your opportunity. This one works so much. I'm telling you, go back into those lost deals. And I'll give you another secret that ties back to one of our next points that kind of connect to the lost deals. Number three, existing LinkedIn connections. You and I have a bunch of people that we're connected with, and we talk about this all the time. And you hear me talk about it on the episodes. It's like, like folks are collecting these LinkedIn connections over here, like they're, Pokemon cards or something, man, and thinking they could go catch Goku or what's their name? I don't know. Pikachu, and like they're trying to collect all these people, trying to get a grand master of LinkedIn connection. But the key is you got to make sure you have more than just connections, but people that you actually can connect to. Am I making sense on that? When I say I'm connected to somebody, I can have a conversation with them. I can send them a voice message or video. And what I recommend and what I do is I reach out to some of those people. Like I filter my list, my connections based on the prospects type, like a VP of sales, and I send a message something to the nature of, Mary, permission to ask a question. Of course, Mary likes me. We've been, well, not like that. Mary and I are friends. We've been connected for a while. She likes our organization. So then Mary's going to say, yeah, what's up, Donald? And I'm going to say, Mary, and I give the value proposition based on something that's relevant to her. Notice that your team is spending a lot more time on LinkedIn, and obviously a lot of folks are trying to figure out ways to build pipeline. Have you ever considered a LinkedIn prospecting course that can help them teach them specific strategies to generate 3 to 5 appointments per week? Is that something you'd be open to learning more about? Donald, I'd love to talk about that because we're spending more time on LinkedIn now. Because I already connected with Mary. Mary already knows me. She understands my brand. She's going to more than likely take that appointment. That appointment turns into opportunity. But your existing LinkedIn connection, some of these people may be friends from college. Some of these people may be past customers. Some of these people could just be like, they could just be folks in your network that you've connected to, but for one reason or another, you haven't quite navigated the path where you're building the relationship, where you ask them for an opportunity. And it is a loss if you're not doing that. I highly recommend that you go back into those past connections, people that you're connected to, those 500, 600, 2,000 individuals, and see if there's opportunities there. Number four are referrals. Now, referrals, like we've all known for years, are a great source for building pipeline. Again, we just don't do it often. We don't take advantage of it oftentimes as sales professionals. In a way, you can do it very easy. I mean, the stats are out there from one that's circulated with the Dale Carnegie Institute. It said something to the nature of about 9 out of 10 of your customers are willing to give referrals, but it's crazy. So that's a huge percentage. So say like 90% of your customers say they're willing to give referrals, but only about 10% of sales professionals actually ask for them. So what this might look like are people that you've closed business with. I'm not talking about going into customer success and stealing opportunities from them, but going into people that you've closed business with, you've built relationship with, and asking them a simple question. Who else do you know that could benefit from our product or from our services? Now, one of the things that I feel that works way better than that, though, is by going and looking at their LinkedIn profile, seeing who they're connected to that could be an ideal customer, and then seeing if there's and reaching out to them and asking specifically. Notice you're connected with Jake and Lisa and Mary, from these different organizations. Do you think that any of them would be open to hearing about our services? And now, instead of you giving them homework to say go figure out who could benefit from our services, you're giving them specific individuals that that you've seen that could be a part, that could take part of your services. And now all they have to do is do a warm introduction to that. That's a low hanging fruit, and it's one that salespeople often miss. Now, the final area that I would talk about, not the final, hear me talking like that. The final area that I would tell you to look at are your past leads. These are leads that came in, people that actually, came in through inbound, or maybe they signed up for something on a website, they came to a webinar or whatnot, and now these people, maybe for one reason or another, fizzled out. Reach back out to those individuals. But then here's the other part to that. These individuals also may have gone to other companies. So put them in Sales Navigator and find them and see if they're with a new organization, and reach out at that point with a relevant connection request or a relevant a message at this right now, because now the organization they're in, because they're in a different type of company, they could benefit from the services, or perhaps their company's growing or they're hiring or whatnot. You could utilize that in your value proposition to this individual. I'm telling you, this is an easy one, but people don't take advantage of it. It's not dead. Those deals, those leads aren't dead. Even if they're gone with another company, maybe time heals all things, and there's opportunities to be able to figure out if there are more people in an organization or new people that you could reach out and connect with. I'm telling you, these are simple, easy ways. Number one, again, is your existing customer. Number two, lost deals. Number three, existing LinkedIn connections. Number four, your referrals, asking your existing customers and people who don't buy from you for referrals. This is a bonus one here. People who say they're not going to do business with you, it's not going to work out, or even a prospect that you're cold calling, asking them who else could benefit from the product or service that you have to offer. You'll be amazed. A lot of times those people might tell you someone you could reach out to. Hey, take advantage of it and just have the phone call. And the final one are lost leads, leads that just didn't pan out, or excuse me, past leads that didn't pan out. But those are some hot things that you could reach out to, people you can connect with and have opportunities with. Listen, this stuff works. I do it myself. My team and I do it, and it works oftentimes. And I can tell you that one of the main reasons why we don't see more of it, because we don't do it as much. And this is why I'm resurrecting this, and I'm sharing back with you, because they have been very fruitful for us. Let me know what questions you have. Connect with me on LinkedIn and drop me a message and tell me, Donald, I love the episode. I tried these strategies, or I'm going to utilize this. I would love to hear from you. Also, take advantage of our sponsors, because they're trying to hook you up with stuff to make sure that you're thriving and you're succeeding. Listen, I want you to be able to build more pipeline. I want you to close more pipeline. Most importantly, I want you to raise your level of thinking and go out and do big things. Thanks so much for watching.